Hi everyone, this is Elaiza Balansag from BSHM 3B, and now let's tackle about the legal aspect in tourism and hospitality, the Philippine Tourism Laws, Chapter 8, Rules Regulating Accommodation Establishment. So the learning objectives: identify the laws affecting the accommodation sector, identify the rights of hotel guests, and also explain how quality and safety standards are maintained by hotels and similar establishments meeting minimum requirements of the law. So for the nature and description of the business entities engaged in the operation of tourist accommodation establishments may be organized as a single proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation. So for the hotel, a building or edifice or premises or a completely independent part which is used for the regular reception, accommodation or lodging of travelers and tourists, and the provision of incidental for a free. And also for the resort, any place or places with pleasant environment and atmosphere conducive to comfort, healthful relaxation and rest, offering your food and sleeping accommodation and recreational facilities. Tourist Inn is a lodging establishment catering to transients which does not meet the minimum requirements of an economy hotel. For a partel, any building or edifice containing several independent, unfurnished, or semi-furnished bases and offering basic services to its tenant, similar to hotels. So this type of accommodation, the apartment, is sometimes called service apartments. Next is motorist hotel or motel. So any structure with several separate units primarily located along the highway with individual or common parking space at which motorists may obtain lodging, and some instance is the meals. For the pension house, it is a private or family-operated tourist boarding house, tourist guest house, or tourist lodging house employing non-professional domestic helpers regularly catering to tourists and travelers. So it is also containing several independent lettable rooms, providing common facilities such as toilets, bathrooms, showers, living and dining rooms, and kitchen, and where a combination of board and lodging may be provided. For the hotel, and this is where the hotel classified in the following categories. So we have here first the deluxe class. So this is known as a 5-star category. For the first class, it is known as a 4-star category, and the standard class is a 3-star category. For the economy class, is a 2-star category. For the classification of hotels is based on a number of criteria such as location, the bedroom facilities and furnishing with emphasis on dimensions, the front office or reception service, housekeeping standards, the food and beverage service, the recreational facilities like swimming pool, golf, squash, gym facilities. Also, we have the engineering and maintenance and the service and staff. For the resort, a resort may be categorized as a beach resort located along the seashore. Inland resort is located within the town proper or the city. For the island resort, this is located in a natural or man-made island within the internal waters of the Philippine archipelago. Lakeside or riverside resort located along or near the bank of the lake or river, and mountain resort located or at near a mountain of hill and a theme park. So resort shall be classified as follows, like class AAA, class AA, class A. Also, we have the special interest resort. This is the classification of resort is based on location and environment. So we need also to be classified for the environment of which hotel will be specified. And also we have the parking, the facilities and room accommodation, public washrooms, sports and recreational facilities, conference, convention facilities, employee facilities, lunch and reception counter, and also the lighting, furnishing, or ventilation. The motorist hotel or the motel, this aside from complying with the minimum requirements for the establishment, operation, and maintenance of a motel. All motels are required to keep a motel registry book stating the following particulars. We have full name. So usually when we enter a hotel or a motel or an inn, the receptionist will ask our names, also address, number, date, and place of issues of residence, and also the certificate class A or the driver's license or passport. So mag-need jud sila ani. Also, in addition, the motel management is required to maintain a separate logbook of the plate number of the vehicle or cars for customers or guests coming into or leaving the motels. For the accreditation of accommodation establishments by the Department of Tourism is not mandatory in nature, but it is increases the marketability of an accommodation establishment. So any person, any partnership or any corporation or other entity desiring to secure an accreditation from the Department of Tourism shall accomplish and duplicate and file with the department the application prescribed for such purpose. For the responsibilities of accommodation establishment, so there is must exercise due diligence, but also in serving the needs of its customers. So when failure to do so warrants the conclusion that the management have been remiss in complying with the obligation upon hotel keepers under the law. And also for the Article 117 of the new Civil Code, those who in the performance of their obligation are guilty of negligence. For the National Building Code of the Philippines, this was adopted in view of the country's accelerating economic and physical development coupled with urbanization and population growth. For the law, Section 104, General Building Requirements. So all buildings or structures as well as accessory facilities shall conform in all respects to the principles of safe construction. Buildings or constructors intended to be used for the manufacture and or production of any kind of article or product. Also, buildings shall or all parts as well as all facilities found shall be maintained in safe, sanitary, and good working condition. So these the following laws, rules, and regulation are vital in enforcing the National Building Code of the Philippines. Is first the Code on Sanitation of the Philippines. So as we all know, there's establishments shall be operated and open for public patronage without a sanitary permit issued by the Secretary of Health or this duly authorized representative. For additional standard are provided as follows. So here, as we all know this, animals, fowls, and pets shall be housed in appropriate kennels or cages separate from living quarters. Employment from such establishments must first secure a health certificate from the local health authority. Customers shall be provided with linen such as bedsheets, pillowcases, towels, and napkins at all times. Ecological solid waste management. This is RA 9003. So this law is for the minimum standard for solid waste management as well as the penalties for violation. Third, we have Fire Code of the Philippines. The law requires owners, administrators, or occupants of buildings. Fourth, we have the Philippine Environmental Code. So this law is provide for the minimum standard for air quality management for like natural resources management and the conservation and the waste management. Fifth, we have Environmental Impact System and its implementing rules and regulations by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Sixth, we have here the rules and regulations to govern the accreditation of hotels, tourist inns, apartments, resorts, pension houses, and other accommodation establishments by the Department of Tourism. So this is also involves the minimum requirements for the operation and also for the accommodation of the establishments. Seventh, we have here the law to enhance mobility of disabled person and is implementing rules and regulation. This is repair of renovation of public and private buildings for public use shall be granted or issued under the owner or operator. For the building permit, we have here the section 301. This is a firm or corporation, including any agency or instrumentality for the government, shall erect, construct, alter, repair, move, convert, or demolish any building or structure for the same to be done without first obtaining a building permit. For the general requirements of all buildings by use of occupancy, we have here the general fire resistance of walls, light and ventilation, registration of guests and occupants. So this is where keepers of hotels or inns shall be responsible for the deposits given by the travelers or guests, provided notice was given with respect to the effects brought by this guest, and that the keepers of hotels and inns have taken the necessary precautions prescribed regarding their safekeeping. For the security and safety also, this is where it is the safety and the security measures in hotels, resorts, and other similar accommodation establishments. This is in line with the department's trust of ensuring the safe, convenient, and enjoyable stay and travel of both local and foreign tourists, and it's mandated by Executive Order 120. So that should be all. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless us all.